after making the Super Bowl last year at 13-3, they would have to win all but one game this year to be able to match that record. Jacoby Brissett not quite looking the same as he used to. This is their third straight game on the road. As the Colts are going to go color rush this time. Just straight up all blue. Oh, I guess we don't have blue socks and blue shoes, do we? That's pretty garbage. Okay. The Colts are having their third straight away game as Kansas City drove right down the field and scored. Now, Kansas City defense shouldn't be that terrorizing. As Brissett almost comes out and throws another interception. As again almost throws another interception. What is going on with Jacoby Brissett? And realistically, guys, I don't know why I'm throwing such terrible passes. As Brissett sees a man over the middle, it's Mo Alley Cox powering forward for 19 yards on the play. Jacoby Brissett has almost thrown 2 interceptions this drive. Marlon Mack and Ryan Kelly both off of new contract deals. As Marlon Mack stumbles for a gain of 9 on the play. Marlon Mack probably looking to pick up his rushing game this year. As last year he had his best year ever with almost, I believe, almost 1,700 yards on the season. That could explain why everything feels stupid. We're coming out in the same formation every time. Brissett sees a man over the top. Oh, and he misses Zach Pascal. That could have been a touchdown, but he missed him. As he sees a man over the top, it's Paris Campbell for the Indianapolis touchdown. Brissett throws a dime this time on his third touchdown on the year. Well, third passing touchdown on the year. Marlon Mack still yet to have a 100-yard rushing game. Changing those sliders seems to have made everything worse. I upped the blocking and it seems to have made nobody want to block. Marlon Mack in open space. Can he beat everyone? No. Tyrann Mathieu able to catch up to him in open space. Poor Marlon Mack almost had his first rushing touchdown on the season. But couldn't quite get the touchdown. Marlon Mack. No, that's Nyheim Hines to the outside for a gain of only 2 on the play. As the quarter will be over right there. Marlon Mack back in the game for real this time. Last time they played Kansas City, he had a huge performance in the passing game. And right there, he would have had only one man to beat had Brissett thrown an accurate pass. Because he's going to test up the field. Marlon Mack in double coverage. I don't know why he threw that. Maybe he thought that was a different target. We don't know. The field goal unit is going to come out on the field here. As we've seen them do this before, they're going to fake it. Taysom Hill out in open space. Touchdown, Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill last year was what the offense needed, and this year is exactly what the team needs apparently as well. The opponents have to respect that. Last year they caught the opponents not being able to predict that happening. And it seems like right there it looked like Kansas City did play it correctly. They just couldn't get there to stop them in time. Looked like maybe they did have someone there to stop it, but it looked like they got blocked. And just in time for Taysom Hill to get the edge. So a strike down the field to Zach Pascal. As there goes Marlon Mack, who gets tripped up. And there's his contract info, folks. They signed him to a huge contract. Shouldn't have to re-sign him for a very, very long time. Jacoby Brissett sees a man over the middle. It's Paris Campbell on the grab. Down to the 3-yard line. Jacoby Brissett sees a man. It's Eric Ebron in between two defenders, but it's a dime. That's Jacoby Brissett's second touchdown pass on the day. Jacoby Brissett failed a few times on that first drive and hasn't thrown the accurate passes that we're used to seeing him throw. But he's been relatively good since then. Marlon Mack with another big gain right there. As Brissett sees a man and terribly overthrows him. The game said that pass was accurate, I'm pretty sure. And he just couldn't quite complete it. Maybe the receiver was a bit too slow. As over the middle of the field to Marlon Mack. Well, I guess just has a habit of tearing up Kansas City or something, because he gets open again. And had Eric Ebron gotten that block, Miami beats New England. If you didn't see it down at the bottom of the screen, Miami beat New England. As Brissett sees a man, it's Zach Pascal down the field. Indianapolis with the timeout. Just throws one up to the corner of the end zone. No one was going to be able to catch up to that unless they were a wide receiver. Smart play. As Brissett going to throw one up. As Eric Ebron just doesn't even go for the catch. Throws one up back of the end zone. Eric Ebron almost intercepted, but dropped. Is he not going to fake a field goal? I don't believe. They're just going to straight up go for it. Jacoby Brissett rolling out. Sees a man. It's Eric Ebron, but overthrown by a lot. Probably a good thing. As Kansas City stuck down at their 2, but the Colts are able to, or their own 4. The Colts were able to stop them right before half. They might have just needed it, you never know. As there goes Marlon Mack. Breaks a tackle. He juked a little bit too soon. If he hadn't juked a little bit too soon, he might have been gone. His hurry-up offense. As Marlon Mack able to fight through to get to some holes right there. Marlon Mack has been having himself a day right here, folks. Jacoby Brissett sees a man. It's Tyrod Taylor. I'm going to call him Tyrod Taylor because it seems better. Tyrod Taylor. Or I'll just call him Taylor. Why not? It looks like he has a speed mismatch on the outside. But Brissett instead tries to throw over the middle, but Zach Pascal got caught up right before Brissett right as Brissett was making the catch. Lucky that didn't get intercepted. It wouldn't have been Brissett's fault though. Brissett sees a man down the field. It's Taylor. I'm just calling him Double T. Yeah, Double T with the catch. As apparently I've been calling out a quick pass. That explains why everything has had a slant. It's because it is slants. Marlon Mack finds a hole. Not quite into the end zone. They're going to call hurry up offense here. They try to get Marlon Mack in. As he fights forward, not quite able to get in. But he did apparently gain some positive yardage right there on that play. Jacoby Brissett going to drop back. Sees a man over the middle. It's, I believe, Zach Pascal on the catch. As this is a high-scoring game, just like last time. As I need to quit calling plays out of quick pass. As Brissett sees a man, it's Double T. I just can't get over the fact that I'm literally calling this dude Double T. There we go. Finally, Indianapolis comes out in a different formation. As Marlon Mack down the field, and no! Marlon Mack is going to be injured on the play. Marlon Mack, that could be a serious injury, folks. That's a scary one. Hopefully it's nothing too crazy, as he just signed a new deal. As there goes that man, Eric Ebron, down the field. Jacoby Brissett running a hurry-up offense. Is going to escape the pocket. Takes off. Jacoby Brissett tries to slide, I believe. As fights in for a touchdown. Jacoby Brissett. I'm not going to lie, I tried to slide right there and it didn't work. Marlon Mack still nowhere to be seen. Although I heard that we could possibly get word soon on if he is returning. As Brissett throws a strike down the field to Eric Ebron. Waiting to see if we get any word on Marlon Mack. Bruce sternum, that's not a very serious injury, but he won't be able to return. But that's fine, he's done his job. As Brissett sees Eric Ebron down the field again, and Eric drops it. Looking just like real life. He can moss people, he can make the wide open catches, but when there's someone in his vicinity, it's dropped. No, seriously though, Eric Ebron in real life is a monster, but he drops a lot of open stuff, I can't even lie. Hurry up offense. It's a handoff to Nyheim Hines, who's going to get tackled after a gain of 4 on the play. Hurry up offense again. Brissett, as Casonzo got absolutely raped on that left side of the line. As the Colts aren't able to get a play call, aren't able to get a play in. Anthony Costanzo just took the L on that part of the line. Brissett sees a man over the top. Zach Pascal drops it. The Colts should have wind going in their favor if they were to decide to kick this. As no, apparently the wind is not in their favor. So they're going to have to call timeout. How was it that in the first quarter the wind was against us? Shouldn't the wind have been against us in the third and not the fourth? It's pretty garbage. The Colts are not going to punt it because it is at midfield and there isn't a very good reason to punt. As he sees a man, it's deflected, looking like Andrew Luck throwing those deflected passes off the line. Looks like Andrew Luck in the playoff game against the Chiefs, getting passes deflected at the line. As Kansas City drives down and scores, the Colts should be getting kind of scared at this point. They had a big lead and they lost it. As Nyheim Hines with the catch, as doing that Nyheim Hines thing hurt my throat is what it did. No, Lord, now it's starting to hurt again. I'm gonna be silent for a couple of minutes. Nyheim Hines. As of course, why wouldn't you let go of your block? As Nyheim Hines trying to get past you. Sees a man, it's Nyheim Hines, who's gonna get tackled at the 9-yard line. As accidentally pump fakes right there. Had a man open in the back of the end zone and pump faked instead of throwing the pass. As almost intercepted. The ball was thrown a bit too soon and the receiver didn't have time to make the cut that he needed to. As Brissett doesn't have anyone open, sees a man, it's Zach Pascal down to the 9, as they're going to let the clock run down. They've had success on 4th down up to this point, although I believe they've only gone for it one time. Can they go for it again, and should they go for it again? A field goal doesn't help them in the slightest, because all that the Chiefs would have to do would be drive down, score a field goal, and make their extra point. So either way, it doesn't make a difference, as that might be pass interference, an automatic first down. As yes, it is pass interference, a first down for Indy. Jacoby Brissett gets chased out of the pocket. He's going to look. He's going to score. Jacoby Brissett for, I believe, his second touchdown on the game. Jacoby Brissett this week looking like an MVP candidate. As the Colts are going to come out and they are going to not knee the ball. As they are apparently trying to run up the score. I don't get this at all. But that's what they think they want to do, so I can't fault them for it. There's Nyheim Hines on the catch right there. down to the 17-yard line as the game is going to be over. The Colts win their first game of the season. They're 1-2, folks. At the time of recording this, I don't even have my whole, at the time of recording this, I don't even have the whole last season up yet. I'm close, but I don't have all of it up. As William Norris with the upgrade. He is now a scheme fit. And this week is a bye week. It doesn't matter what we do. The weekly awards, and it goes to Jacoby Brissett, who had 3 touchdowns, 2 carries for 15 yards, and 2 touchdowns. We'll do our weekly training here. Now, from what I know, Marlon Mack should be back, and we will go ahead and train him. As I believe he was only out for 1 game, as this should be enough to get him up to 93 overall. As yes, it is. Yes, he's actually going to get an upgrade at power back, and he's not going to go to a 93, but he is going to get +1 to agility, +1 to stiff, or +3 to stiff arm, and +1 to trucking. As his stiff arm is now up to 90. He almost has 99 carrying. He has almost 90 break tackles. Kahari Willis, looking more like he wants a starting job, as he went up to a 76 overall. Kahari Willis. As with the play of Kahari Willis, we possibly can go ahead and trade away that other player for that other strong safety, folks. As Kahari Willis costs less money and has had almost the same, well, we have this guy who people might want. Let's go through and try to trade some people who other teams might want. Maybe Banadu. Anyone want any of these guys? Anyone? Oh. Because I know they had A, B last year. As who is this guy? He's a normal development, so we have no interest in him. You telling me this is the defense that terrorized us? That's pretty pathetic. I have an idea. We'll go for the 2nd round pick. They won't accept this straight up. But yeah, I didn't think so. So what we'll do is we'll go back. I bet you, do we have an extra defensive tackle? We do. Margus Hunt. Clear out a bit of cap space. Oh, they don't have the cap for that either way, so yeah, we have a lot more cap space than any other team. So we'll trade up a 5th and 7th round pick as well, which isn't enough. So what I'll do is I'll take out the what about this? How about this? Not quite enough, eh? Stingy, I see you little buggers. There we go. That's still not enough. Wow. So we'll trade the. We don't have a. God dang it. take out the 5th and we'll add in a 3rd. But then I want a 5th in return. That shouldn't be too much to ask for. Apparently it is. I guess we'll just take the 2nd then, which we are able to get basically straight away at backup, and a 3rd round pick for our 2nd round pick, which is projected to be a low, wow, close to a 1st round pick. And anyone else? I know that nobody wanted Banagoo. We're not trading away Morale Cox. Now, Jordan Wilkins, I'm sorry that we just signed you and now we're looking to trade you, but nobody, or well, not nobody, but you don't get your play time. So maybe look for a 2nd round pick. Oh, wow, you're negative in cap, eh? Wow. I think almost everyone's negative in cap. That's pretty crazy. So I'm for maybe a 3rd round pick for Jordan Wilkins, seeing as we signed him out of free agency. Added a 5th round pick. Yeah, that's enough. Jordan Wilkins and a 5th round pick for a 3rd round pick. Okay. This is our pick lineup so far. Hopefully, I think we can scout at the beginning of next week. That's pretty good. Now we have a pretty good set. Why does it say his cap hit is $770,000? Oh well. Now, is there anybody else that we have that we don't need? We're not gonna need Taywan Taylor anymore, so we might as well trade him away. The Titans are very interested in him. Wow. Is that Antonio Brown? Oh, AJ Brown. I kind of forgot about him. Ooh, Jack Conklin. Your star and you're a right tackle. Well, if I could trade for somebody who could play right guard at the moment, while we let that right guard develop, that would be nice. Let's do the 2nd from next year in this deal. Really? Wow, you're that stingy, eh? I need to find someone who's interested in him, like Green, who can has the cap to take him on. They can't. The only team that has the cap space to take him in at the moment is the Titans. So I guess let's maybe do 2nd. Oh, that's close. So we'll do 2nd and a 7th, and that should be Taywan Taylor and a 2nd, and a 7th or a 2nd. So we have a pretty good lineup of picks going into this year, and depending on how the scouting looks, we might do a breakout player. Is this Zach Pascal? Zach Pascal, 3 touchdowns for 150 yards rushing / receiving. Well, I suppose that means I'm going to have to sacrifice my throat for another game just so I don't forget about this goal. See you guys in the next one. I'm probably not going to record this directly after, but I will record, well, I'm not going to record the 4th game directly after, but I'm going to record in a few minutes once I get my throat to kind of calm down. Probably gonna drink something, like drink some water, and then maybe take something for it at the same time, give that a few minutes and be done. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the next one. Hold on. Oh, there's no scouting yet. Maybe does that start week 6? Maybe it starts week. Week does that start? I don't know. Ooh, new players to negotiate. Hold on. We gotta do this. Well, not only do we gotta do this. Well, first of all, let's focus this guy actually. Why not? I say he's 25 out of college. 23. Okay, good. Can never hurt to have your third string get focused a little bit. Just in case something were to happen to Taysom Hill. Because we all know Taysom Hill may be fast, but he's not invincible. Michael Roberts, who is now a 70 overall tight end, and ooh, that's a lot of upgrades. Jeez. He's 6'5" as well. Well, hopefully you enjoyed. Oh crap. So I gotta negotiate with Malik Hooker. As yeah, we still have a lot of money. Honestly, this is our only negotiation that we're gonna have to do all season after this. Maybe trade away Justin Evans by the trade deadline. I don't know. See you guys in the next one. Oh, good thing I could see you guys in the next one. I was starting to go to negotiate. Let's do 4 years. 4 years. Okay, we signed Malik Hooker, and we still have a ton of money left, which is good because that means we have money to spend in free agency, like this upcoming free agency. And then we also have the money to spend, as long as we keep about 30 million extra, we'll have the money, because next year is the year that we're going to have to sign both Quentin Nelson and Darius Leonard. So that's the big cap year. Because once I get past that year, I don't have to worry about saving my money in free agency. So that'll be nice. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed. See you guys in the next one. Peace.